Okay, so I can see that I'm gonna have to keep remaking this video, and if they keep messing with me, I'm gonna just go on my phone and record it and then upload it. So I wanted to start off before I even get into my story by saying that a lot of these TikTok platforms out here, even some of the people I knew, I lost respect for because I could tell what cloth they cut from. They are cut from a cloth of building likes, building a fan base, and none of this stuff that they're doing, especially, is supposed to be humanitarian work, humanitarianism. It's not a drip of that in their body, okay? Because what determines someone to help someone that is grieving and missing their son from the next person? Likes, shares, views? Because that's what I think happened. And only one of those people that was tagged or I reached out to in the inbox ever got back to me. And we talked for like 2 seconds on the phone. He told me he was going to call me back. Never got the story. Never, I don't know what he did, because that was it. Like, we just talked. He was busy then at that time, and that was it. So it's like, forget my situation. No one's going to help me unless, and I'm going to tell you why I feel like it's the numbers thing, because I seen the same popular people, one of the most popular reporters out here, in somebody comments talk about email me, I want to help you with your story, or something like that. Don't say verbatim, but yeah, she was talk about email me. And that's crazy because I was inboxing you, I was coming on your stories, all of that. So when I checked out the person, they had like 5,000 views. They had a lot of followers. So I guess that determines whether a TikTok reporter is going to help you or not. I'm trying to tell you. So for real, I've lost a lot of respect. And now I'm going to put on a TikTok reporter hat so that I can make sure that my son's story get out there. Now, the reason why this story is so special is because it is a big story that's being covered up. And the amount of no's that I get that's not helping me to blow the story up could mean the length of time and longevity that things like this can happen. And trust me, this is not unique to just me and my son. So for the sake of professionalism and efficiency in my reporting, I did take notes so that I could deliver all of my ideas and my thoughts out the way they should be perceived, okay? Now, a lot of you may know that have been following me that I lost my oldest firstborn son February 26, 2025, this year. I lost him when he went to Jobcorp, a place that was supposed to help him improve his life and meet certain goals that he had. But instead, not only 2 days later did they give me a call. Well, I'll say that in 2 days after he was there, not a full 2 days, I was called by the morgue at 11:33 in the afternoon, and they told me my son was found unresponsive in his bed by his roommates. Now, upon finding out this information, in the beginning, the detective was asking me about fentanyl. He was saying that, fentanyl was involved and all of this stuff since day one of them reporting to me that my son passed away. So they were trying to make him look like a pill popper. My son was not a pill popper. He never had problems with that. But I can say that he would drink sometimes, and that was his problem. Now, what's so crazy is there were people referring him to different healthcare agencies, and that's the sketchy part. So up here in Maryland, I have investigations going on to find out, who's connected to who and who referred him to the case manager that referred him to the Job Corps. Because that right there is the direct reason why my son was in Job Corps. And I feel like they played on his mental health, or the fact that he had mental health. Just minor mental health problems like ADHD and PTSD. They made him think that he had schizophrenia. So he was telling me he was schizophrenic, and they put him on new medicines before he left. Okay, so this comes into play, but just for the sake of investigation, I'm not going to elaborate on what's happening here in Maryland. Okay, so when my son got the Job Corps, he was lethargic for 2 days. They wrote a note telling him not to take meds during the day because he needed to be alert. Now, when I talked to my son, he was on his way there. He was alert. When he got there around 12:30, I called back. He was in the middle of intake. He was already lethargic, falling asleep on the phone. Something had already transpired. I didn't know that this was happening. Like, I wasn't fully aware of all the details, but after hearing everything and just applying the times with what was going on, it started to make sense. So I'm thinking, maybe he just got there, he was a little tired. I didn't know he was administered anything at that point, because literally a half an hour before he was on a train and just not even there yet. So it happened so fast. It was almost like, so he was never supposed to be self-administering anything, So I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but when the staff heard that he was on the phone with me, she said out loud, "Shawn, you can't take your medicines in the daytime. You got to take them at night so you can be alert during the day." Now, my son took medications when he was in his house. He never was lethargic walking around. So what medicines did he have? So we're going to get further into this. All right, now, I had legal representation at first, right? Now, the lawyers kept dropping me. So I'm asking them every time, like, why are you dropping me? First time it was because he had the fentanyl in his system. So that made him look like, he killed himself. He overdosed. But what happened, once I started to really build the case, and another lawyer told me that there were discrepancies in all of the reports, I knew that that was the reason and the determining factor in getting picked up by legal representation. So I started reaching out to different specialists who could probably look at the different reports and find the discrepancies so I can take them back to lawyers. The first person that I found was an experienced pathologist, but guess what? He wanted $9,000 to look over everything. I thought about it, okay? Now, every time I asked, before I go into that, every time I asked, for help, I got a new excuse. Lawyers told me no. The ACLU told me no. Ben Crump, who someone else told me he handles cases like this, sent me an automated denial. I didn't even talk to a person. It was a robot. Even the attorney general in Pennsylvania denied me, which is crazy. Like, the whole state of Pennsylvania, the lawyers, the attorney general, the media, they are non-responsive. Job Corps, non-responsive. No one's saying anything from Pennsylvania. But in Maryland, I have 2 investigations going. So that should tell you something within itself. Okay? Now, once I used ChatGPT to help me streamline these discrepancies within the 3 reports, I took it to another lawyer with those discrepancies. Now they're back against the wall, because you got to tell me why you denying me, because this is the reason why I was being denied, because of the discrepancies. Now I have the discrepancies, and guess what the lawyer told me? It would be like fighting City Hall. And that's what lawyers are supposed to do. So apparently this is bigger than what, than what we know, than what is being said. And they're trying to close it and cover it up. And because I'm doing the extra mile, the digging, the investigative parts, I'm building the case myself, because I have nobody on my side that's helping me do a damn thing. This is the hardest thing I have to do. But now I've realized why in the movies, they show the moms strap up get militant and they go crazy and they solve the cases themselves, or they do what they got to do themselves.